Today I'm going to be breaking down the top 3 strongest strategies you can use here in Legends League to 3-star any base. So right now there are so many different strategies you can use in the meta, and I'm sure you've seen videos on pretty much everything, but in today's video my guy Yappy Boy came through and he gave me 3 armies he thinks are absolutely crushing here in Legends League. I've already made videos specifically on all 3 of these if you guys do want to check them out, but we are going to be jumping in to break them down today. As always, all links to these are down in the description below, as well as the timestamps of when those strategies are on if you want to skip to a specific one. But the first strategy we're going to be jumping in to take a look at is going to be the Twin Hogs, with a little bit of a royal champion charge at the start. Even with the nerf to the electro boots, this strategy is still super strong, and typically what you're wanting to do, start off with that royal champion charge, look to take down some of those key defenses. So you guys can see we have a few key defenses: Expos, the ricochet cannon, the single target inferno, quite a lot of these important buildings over towards this right hand side. So we are going to look to take down this section. Unfortunately though, we have that invisibility tower. So how do we deal with that? Well, we're going to be using our invisibility spell of our own, as well as a skeleton spell. You guys can see skeleton, then invisibility spell, that is going to activate the enemy invisibility tower, and that is going to allow us to just wait that out, wait for that invisibility to go, and then we can go ahead and deploy our royal champion down. Of course, Spirit Fox going to be coming with her, electro boots, and the haste vial as well. You're going to want to, of course, use those invisibility spells when the Spirit Fox isn't activated. So just like that, the Spirit Fox waits, and then we can go ahead and we can get that next invisibility spell down. We're going to pop off the haste vial right there. You guys can see that's going to get popped off, and she is going to go absolutely crazy there in the core of the base. And you need to be super careful, because like you guys could see right there, she got really stalled up. She got hit by the monolith, the double scatter shot, multiple different defenses, and you do have that recall spell especially for her. You're going to want to protect her with that recall spell, so before she goes down you can go ahead, grab her and her ability, and then you can get out of there, deploy her down on the back end. Next up, when it comes to this strategy, we're going to look to take down the Townhall. This is going to be with our main push here, or kind of our kill squad push, if you want to call it that, and we're going to have our king, our queen, and our siege barracks all going to be coming in together in combination. King followed by the queen, just so he can protect for her. He's going to be coming in with the spiky ball and earthquake boots. I really actually am falling in love with the earthquake boots. They're so viable in many different strategies. Queen's going to be coming in, the healer puppet, as well as the magic mirror. You guys can see the town hall going to be going down right there. And when it comes to the grand warden, he's going to be coming in with the double tome. But as soon as you get that town hall down, you guys can see we've created a beautiful funnel, pretty much completely wiping out this top and right hand side of the base. You can then go ahead and deploy down your hog raiders. Super hog raiders going to be coming in first, as they have a little bit more HP. We're then going to be bringing in those remaining hog raiders on some of the outer buildings as we continue to push through the back end, just to help funneling the remainder of our troops into the main portion we want them to go. Royal champion's going to come down alongside those hog raiders, so when we deploy that grand warden ability, just like we have here, she can get brought back up to full HP. And you'll see, just like that, starting to sprinkle a few of these regular hog raiders around the outside of the base, just to help keep those main core of hogs into the middle. But this one looking absolutely crushed. We still have a rage spell, we can deploy it there on the back end. We have a free spell as well. We still have our queen basically swagging her ability in the core. We swag that free spell, and this one is absolutely crushed. That royal champion still the MVP, getting so much value. But let's jump in and take a look at the next strategy. Okay, so this next one is really interesting. Typically when you're coming in with super witches, which is what this strategy is going to be, you're kicking off with a grand warden funnel. You're then going to use your king or your queen with a siege barracks on the opposite side. But this one, yeah, it's a little bit of a twist. We're going to be coming in with that royal champion yet again, because honestly, she's so broken with those electro boots. Even though she's been nerfed, it's still incredibly strong. You can get so much value, and it's perfect for creating those funnels. So that is exactly what we are going to be doing here. Royal champion again, electro boots, but this time with the spears as well. And we're going to have that fireball coming through from the Grand Warden. Of course, when you bring that fireball, you're also going to want to bring the double earthquake spell. And when you bring that royal champion, you're going to want to bring the recall spell, as well as some invisibility spells. But let's go ahead and dive into this one as we get the countdown. First things first, we're going to be kicking off proceedings with that Royal Champion charge. She's going to be coming in from this left-hand side of the base just to help set up that funnel. We're looking for her just to take down a small compartment right here. The electro boots doing their job. Of course, you have those invisibility spells as well, just to help protect her. If at all possible, you're looking to hold off on using her ability for a decent bit of time, because potentially you can use that towards the back end of this one, where then once that funnel has been created, we're going to use that recall spell, as you guys can see right there, and we're going to get started with the next portion of our attack, which is going to be our Grand Warden. He's going to be coming in with that next part of the funnel, and he is looking to take down this entire section with his fireball. Now, one thing I would say is, don't be scared to potentially drop him down slightly earlier, because sometimes time can be an issue, but you'll see in this particular example, we have cleared out this left hand side with the RC, cleared out this top section with the Grand Warden Fireball, and then we can push in with our Super Witches. Our Queen is going to be coming down alongside those Super Witches. Her equipment on this one, Magic Mirror and the Healer Puppet, and the King coming in with the same equipment as previously. Grand Warden, of course, that Rage Vial really going to be helping our Super Witches to push on through, and we're going to be bringing in that new siege machine, the Troop Launcher. That's going to be coming on over from this left hand side of the base, just helping to sprinkle in wall breakers. We see the giants coming in, and it just adds so many more troops into the core of the base. Those wall breakers, though, for me are actually really beneficial. It basically means you don't need any jump spells, you don't need any real method of opening up wall sections in the core other than your King with those earthquake boots. He opens up pretty much all of the back end compartments right there. The Troop Thrower is going to be active for pretty much the entirety of this battle. You guys can see it's just going to be throwing troops, and it's absolutely OP. Royal Champion's going to be coming down with her spears. She comes in from that left hand side. Of course, we recalled her earlier from the battle, but she's going to be pushing on through, and this strategy, yeah, I absolutely love it. You do need a little bit of skill for that fireball, just to make sure you're getting the fireball where you need it to go. Use those remaining invisibility spells. Be careful you don't use too many invisibility spells on your Royal Champion charge at the start, but this one, we're swagging spells all over the place. We are swagging the Queen ability. It's incredibly strong, and honestly, I'm not even sure we needed that Troop Launcher. We probably could have done it without it, but it still adds a little bit more of an element to this strategy. This one, definitely one of my favourites, and if you do want to pick any of the strategies you see up today, the links are down in the description. Let's hop on over and we'll take a look at the final strategy. Alright, here we go again. You guys guessed it, is going to be the Royal Champion charge with the Haste Vial this time, and we're going to be coming in 10 invisibility spells, 1 skeleton spell, 1 rage, and 1 freeze, and then, yeah, it's going to be dragons for the back end of this one. Those dragons are going to be coming in, and they're going to be helping us just smash through this base. Now, when it comes to the pet, rather than the Spirit Fox on this one, we're actually going to be bringing the Phoenix. Now, the Phoenix is a great option when you're doing a mass Royal Champion charge, so when you're going hell for leather and bringing all of those invisibility spells solely for your Royal Champion, you're definitely going to want to try and get maximum value. You can see right here, we are raging her up, we're popping her ability with that Haste Vial, and we're going to continue dropping down those invisibility spells. This means we're going to be able to take down the Town Hall, we're going to be able to take down pretty much the entirety of this core section of the base. The multi-target Infernos are going to go down. We're seeing just an unbelievable amount of value from this Royal Champion, keeping her invisible for as long as we possibly can to avoid those clan castle troops coming out. But of course, even when she does go down, that Phoenix is going to keep her up for a decent length of time, just letting her ability do a little bit more damage. And if you guys saw it there, we actually just had the giant arrow. So what we're doing with our Queen, basically we're going to drop her down, not only just to help start setting up that funnel, but we're looking for her to potentially take down a couple of key buildings as well, with that giant arrow being the air sweepers, being spell towers, being air defenses, but we're popping that all the way through the core of the base. She is going to do some nice work over there on that left hand side, and then we're going to go ahead and we are going to get our Grand Warden coming in alongside all of these dragons. Warden going to be coming in with the double tome, Queen with the healer puppet of course just to help support her, and then we're going to be getting that minion prince in. He's going to be coming in from this right hand side of the base right here. We have that Grand Warden ability for when we get into the heavier section of the base. That heavier section of course probably in the core right there. We have the siege barracks coming over from that left hand side. That's just helping to create the funnel over there, making sure when our dragons do inevitably get there, they're going to be able to hold their own. Pushing on through right here, we have the Minion Prince ability still in hand. You're going to want to hold that for when you of course line him up with the defenses that you're going to want to freeze. We have one solitary Inferno Dragon just going to help us get through the back end of this one. That's completely personal preference. You could switch it out for a baby dragon or even for some minions just for cleanup. We still have that Minion Prince ability, we still have some free spells, but because that Royal Champion got so much value at the start of this attack, yeah, it's absolutely crushed. We have no problem pushing through the back end of this one, absolutely decimating this base. We swag that Minion Prince ability, and this one is going to be another 3-star. So if you guys did enjoy this and you want to go ahead and leave a like on the video, I'd really much appreciate that, and you can go ahead and subscribe to us. We are pushing for 500 and it would be awesome if you could join us on that journey. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.